Hey Econ students, welcome back. So far in Unit 2 we've learned about demand and we learned about supply. Now it's time to bring them together in supply and demand, also known as equilibrium. Okay, so we have a schedule here. We have price points, $1, $2, $3, and $4, and we have a quantity demanded. Whatever this product is, this is called this product X. Okay, so at $1 we want 10 of product X, but the suppliers only willing to supply 1. At $2 we want 7, they're willing to supply 2. At $3 we want 5, they're willing to supply 5, and at $4 we're only demanding 2, but they're willing to supply 7. Now what we're going to look for is where the market always pushes itself towards a thing called equilibrium, where quantity supplied is equal to quantity demanded, and that is right here at $3. At $3, we want 5, they're willing to supply 5. I put it over here, and right there, that is equilibrium, where the X comes together, okay? So at $3, we want 5 items, right? That's equilibrium. Now, if we're at a price point up here, let's say we're at the $4 price point, right? If we're anything above equilibrium, right over here it's going to show us that our quantity supplied is going to be greater than our quantity demanded, and we have what's called a surplus, or an excess of supply. The way we get rid of an excess of supply is, it's like doing a sale. You simply drop your prices. Now, if you're below, let's say we're here at $1, okay, and they're only willing to supply us 1, but we want 10, over here we have quantity supplied is less than quantity demanded, and that is also known as a shortage. This means that people really like your product, so that's a green light in a sense to allow producers to go ahead and raise their prices. So our market is always pushing towards equilibrium. This is where every business wants to be. There's nothing left on the shelves, people are happy, producers are happy, and that is equilibrium. Now, if you watched my earlier videos, I showed you that I show my students the different moves to remember all these, and we're going to put it all together, start going back to demand, which is chapter 4, going into supply, which is chapter 5, and then putting it together here in chapter 6. Okay, so if you remember, demand, price goes up, quantity demanded goes down. Price goes down, quantity demanded goes up, right? This law, but it's not, sometimes it's a little bit sensitive, so it's rather inelastic. Sometimes it's elastic, meaning very sensitive to price change. Then we also have the shifters. If you said increase, that's a move to the right. A decrease is a move to the left. Now we're going to move to supply. Price goes up, supply goes up. Price goes down, supply goes down. We have this move right here. We should have did that first, but that's okay. All right, then just like elasticity, sometimes price is relatively inelastic, not sensitive to price change. Producers aren't willing to produce more. Sometimes they are willing to produce more, and it's elastic, right? And then if we want to increase, that's a movement above the line. So an increase is movement up, a decrease is a movement backwards, and now we bring all this together with demand. Right there, that's the Unit 2 supply and demand dance. Hopefully that helps you remember. Like I said, I usually have my students walking around doing this stuff in the hallways. It kind of helps them out, hopefully helps you remember as well. Until later, stay safe.